Coming to you live from Southern California, we got a bit of a wet one coming at you. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming your way next. And taking the ball for the Dodgers, Big Tyler Glasnow. Singing, he's been outstanding and should be fun to watch.
Well, when you have a guy that can limit the opponent to very little run production, you have a great chance to win a ball game when he takes the mound. He's just having an outstanding season so far. You hope he can maintain it, because if he can, he'll be in a nice conversation at the end of the year.
Jacob Marcy, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Just missed. Glasnow, 32 years old, and he was a 5th round pick back in 2011.
Up.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. That one at 95 missed up top, and that's ball 3. Check swing, tried to hold up. Now it appeal to third. No, he held back. That's ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Now it's going to be Kyle Stowers.
Ball.
Marcy aboard here at first with nobody out. Quick toss to first. Marcy back in on a dive. The 1-0.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
No question about this one. It's out of here. The 2-run shot, and the Marlins jump out in front. It's 2-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. And first offering is fouled off.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. To the right side, Freeland gets it to first, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, against a talented pitcher, it's crucial to disrupt his rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break his timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get one pitch, so you don't want to miss it.
Edwards jumps out of the way of ball 1.
way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
And that skips in the dirt. That one fouled off. Battling here as he fouls it away.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Went back to the curve, and it was a smart choice.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
Liam Hicks in the box now. No balls and a strike. This ball's chopped on the ground. Throw on to Freeman. Inning over. Marlins get a bit closer on this homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back here in LA and getting the start for Miami, Sandy Alcantara. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Ohtani at the plate now, and that's strike one.
Ball, outside.
A changeup missing. Ball two. And there's a foul ball. Pitch misses. Full count now. And they'll do it again. Payoff pitch. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And that one is lifted in the air. One up, one down. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. They do a lot of things well in this offense, Singy. They control the strike zone. They make pitchers work hard for outs. And as a result, one of the better OBP teams in the league.
Yeah, and what I love is it's an organizational philosophy, Boog. From instructional league to spring training, they practice this approach consistently, even in BP. When players are called up, they fit in right away, and that leads to success.
Hauls it in for the out.
That'll drive you crazy as a hitter if you let it. I mean, he couldn't have hit that ball more on the screws than he did, and yet he's got nothing to show for it. Hang with him. I know the feeling.
2 outs, base is empty. The batter now will be Will Smith. Fastball for a strike. On a line out towards center. Can't get there, and it deflects off him. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Here's Kyle Tucker. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still, hoping he'll turn it around soon.
That's a ball.
Ball 1, no strikes. Smith off of first with 2 away. Ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Swing and a pop-up. Sanoha in position, and that is that. Dodgers strand a couple. They trail it here 2-0. New inning getting started, and now for the Marlins, Agustin Ramirez. Glasnow back to work.
Whoa.
That one missed. Close one, doesn't get the call. And now 3-1. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Owen Casey, the next up for the Marlins. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Brings it in.
Batting 8th, third baseman, Javier Sanoha.
1 out man at first. And up next for Miami, Javier Sanoha.
Bowling.
James Kingsley working the plate. Kingsley's pretty well respected around the league.
Yeah, when you talk to players, I think consistently he is one of the guys you hear compliments about. Players appreciate the job he does back there.
Yeah, and that's kind of all you can ask for, really, just a fair chance to go out and have success.
The 2-1. On the ground right side, and it goes just foul. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Man at first, 1 away. That just misses. Full count now.
And that's a pitch early in this game. He needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Just missed. Ramirez, the runner at first with 2 gone. That one ran inside, almost got him. The 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Swings and misses. Another strikeout for Glass now. Marlins leave one. They're up 2-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Max Muncy.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Up.
Swings through that.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Got him. One out.
Batting 7th, center fielder, Andy Pajes.
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That breaking ball drops in for a strike. To the right side, gloves it on the dive from his knees. The throw.
Great read off the bat by the second baseman. He took a perfect angle to get to this ball, knowing that he was going to have to dive to cut it off. Gets up and completes the play from the outfield grass. What a great job of picking up his pitcher.
2 down, base is empty. Hesung Kim digs in now. Outside low, and it's 1-0. Gets him to chase after that one. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Jacob Marcy. It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game. And the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
Ball 2.
He was late there, strike 1.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
Just
that's a
missed.
ball.
Towards first, and Freeman, the Gold Glover, makes the play. He'll do it himself. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd.
Up next for the Marlins, left fielder Kyle Stowers.
And now for the Marlins, Kyle Stowers. He's 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer his first time up. And he grounds one to the right side. It's through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next for the Marlins,
He kind of rolled
shortstop
over on this
Otto
pitch a little
Lopez.
bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
So up next, Otto Lopez. He's 0 for 1.
Ball 1.
The 1-0.
Ball high.
Stowers leads off first with 1 away. Runner takes off. Fought off foul. Runner goes again. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. 2 on, 1 out. Yeah, that's fouled off. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now, doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. In the dirt, blocked. Tag, and he got him. Great throw.
That'll drive your coaching staff nuts. First, you try to move up when it didn't roll that far away, but then trying to get back before they throw you out anyway, not going to go in your highlight reel.
Now a quick throw to first.
No, he's in there. Safe.
Dives back in safely. One, two now.
Oh,
really good
that's
take,
inside.
especially with 2 strikes.
Very high with that one. And now it's 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Payoff pitch. In the air to left center. And that'll fall for a base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Up next for the Marlins, the designated
And next
hitter,
is the
Liam
designated
Hicks.
hitter, Liam Hicks. He's 0 for 1.
Strike one.
Two on, 2 outs. And that one fouled off. The 0-2. In the air, right field. Tucker settles under this one. And that is that. Marlins strand a pair, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Back here at Chavez Ravine, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Alex Freeland steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Pitch
Nope, that's
misses
off the plate.
inside, and that is ball 1.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Here's Ohtani. Flied to right his first time.
Ohtani.
There's the strike. Now it bounces away. Can't squeeze it. And he'll move up to second, no problem. Should be a pass ball, and that takes away the double play.
This is something that'll happen to him from time to time behind the dish. The defense is a part of his game he's trying to improve, but right there just couldn't squeeze it, and it cost him.
Man at second.
Oh.
The 2-1. Inside, just missed. Nice grab to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Laser to the gap, should score the run. In to score from third, and now they trail by one. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Well, back within one as he brings home the run. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
One out, runner at second. And up to the plate is Will Smith. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Oh.
I feel with the way that Will Smith is able to handle the bat, control the bat head, he's very capable of finding green space and driving in that run.
A little bit low. Ball 2. And he hits a ground ball right side, down the line, and it's foul.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
2-2 now. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Next pitch is outside.
That's a really good take.
1 out, the runner at second here in the last half of the third. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Line drive, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. That one close, rule the ball. Ball 1. Now a pop-up on the infield. Sanoha under this one. And that will end the inning. Dodgers with a run-scoring double. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. On to the fourth. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Agustin Ramirez. Check swing, and he went 0-1.
You know, these Marlins showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well. Still relatively early, but with a pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
What a stop. Over to first, and they get the out.
Up next for the Marlins, right fielder Owen Casey.
Now it's the right fielder, Owen Casey. Fly to left his first time.
That's the ball.
Casey, in his rookie season, 23 years old, and he was a second-round pick in 2020.
Nope, that's inside.
Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And that one is in for a strike at 95. And it's 2-2. Swing and a miss. And that's 4 strikeouts.
But when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
Sanoha in the box as he fouls off the first pitch.
That's a ball.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
That's
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. High fly ball down the left field line. And that one is foul. So we'll try it again. Here's a 2-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And that's downstairs. And a full count now.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
And a payoff pitch. This one in the air center field. Pajes gets under it, and that'll do it. Miami down in order, but they still lead it 2-1. Back here in L.A., bottom 4, Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that is downstairs. Ball 1.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense. It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Muncy in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. And now the 0-1. This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but
and that one gets away at the plate. No advance, though. Tying run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Center fielder.
1 out, man at first. At the plate, Andy Pajes. 0 for 1 so far. And he takes one right on the black. It's 0-1. Pajes wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. And that one just barely missed. The call is overturned. They'll keep their remaining challenge. The 1-0. And a breaking ball misses outside. Hernandez stands at first with 1 out. And a foul ball. Makes the count 2-1.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touching it.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Next to hit, Hae-Sung Kim. Grounded out his first time. Late swing, foul to the left. And the 0-1. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Ramirez gathers, throws to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. One left for LA. They're down 2-1. We go to the top of the fifth, and now for the Marlins, Connor Norby. Out towards right center field. Pajes on the move. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Back to the top of the Miami order. Here's the center fielder, Jacob Marcy. Just missed. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Blake Trinan, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Henriquez warming up as well.
Nope,
He's
that's away.
just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike one. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Miami, Kyle Stowers. He's already homered in this game. Hammered down the right side, but foul. And the 0-1. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Two down, nobody on.
Ball.
That one outside, and it's 3-2.
He's done a great job getting the first 2 outs. Want to get this number 2 hitter, get back in the dugout to face 3, 4, 5 next inning.
Payoff pitch. Caught him looking for the K. Nothing doing for the Marlins as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Back here at Dodger Stadium, bottom of the inning, Alex Freeland steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Strike. Woo.
The 0-2.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
In there, sets him down on strikes. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else, anything but the breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift at a 2-strike count, but sometimes you just get fooled and you got to tip your cap.
Ohtani in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going. That one in the dirt. Ball 2. And another ball.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
That's in for a strike. The Marlins leading by a run last half of inning number 5. There's a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Popped up first base side. Norby should have this one. Out number 2. Freeman down.
That's the ball.
And a strike in there. Taps softly to the right side. The flip. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, and our score remains 2-1. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. New pitcher for the Dodgers, Blake Trinan. He's pitching on 2 days rest. And now the shortstop, Otto Lopez. 1 for 2. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-0.
You know, these Marlins putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen. And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at-bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Swings through that one out in front that time. Swing and a ground ball. Fair ball. And they have their first base runner since the 3rd inning.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
Xavier Edwards, the next to hit. Right through there for a strike. Lopez gets his lead at first with nobody out. That one in the dirt and gets away. No advance, though. And that's outside.
That's a ball.
And it's 2-1. Quick move to first. And he's back in safely. Fouled off. He was late. Runner on the go. Freeland. The throw to first. Now one gone in the top of the sixth.
Up next, for the Marlins, the designated hitter, Liam Hicks.
So now with one away and a man at second. And now here's the Marlins DH, Liam Hicks. He's a catcher by trade, but the DH here in this one. And that one is downstairs, and that's ball one.
Ball two.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. 3 balls, no strikes.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
Fastball for a strike. That one ripped, but foul. One out, the runner at second, and we're in the top half of the sixth. That's ripped into the outfield. Pajes brings it in with a nice running grab.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Now here is Agustin Ramirez. And the sweeper is off the plate. Grounds one to short. Long throw to first. And that's the third out. One left for Miami. They lead it 2-1. Back here at Chavez Ravine, bottom of the 6th inning, Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Ball one.
This to third. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still manages a throw, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
Oh, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now.
Oh.
The 1-1.
No, that's a ball.
Just
No,
missed.
that's the ball.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Stays alive. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Handles, throws to first. He didn't make things easy for him there, but they still get the out.
For the Dodgers, left fielder, Teoscar.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the sixth. Check swing. He held up. And the count even 1-1. Ripped, but it curls foul. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Throw to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. It's the Marlins 2 and the Dodgers 1. Back here in LA, and now for the Marlins, Owen Casey. Check swing, and he went 0-1. Swings through that one for strike two. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Alex Vesia, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Klein also throwing. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Went back to the sinker and it was successful.
We'll take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Now, Javier Sanoja.
Strike, woo!
Yo, 1. Just missed. Two. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Smith gets it to first. And 2 away to start the 7th.
Up next for the Marlins, first baseman Connor Norby.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Blake Trinan gives way, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Edgardo Henriquez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And here's the first baseman, Connor Norby.
Huh.
Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first. Throw is low, and nearly a great play. The scoop goes in and out of the glove.
Most of the time, first basemen make those picks in the dirt look pretty easy, but that was a tough one on his backhand side right there. He got his glove down and gave it a good effort, just couldn't get it to stick in the pocket. So, unfortunately, his teammate gets tagged with an error.
Back to the top of the order now. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Jacob Marcy.
Nope, that's off the plate.
Norby leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And another ball. Inside, just missed.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
So Walk puts runners at first and second.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
And here is Kyle Stowers. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boo, a 2-run blast, and that swing will give him confidence the rest of the way.
In the air, left field, down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Two on, 2 outs.
Nope, outside.
That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Good job to fight that one off. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Got him swinging for the K. That ends the inning as they squander a chance to pick up some insurance.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Back here at Dodger Stadium, bottom of the 7th, Max Muncy steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. John King, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Peterson also getting ready. Looking to get the tying run on base.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Right through there for a strike.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
In the air, right field, pretty well struck, carrying well. Gone. Max Muncy leaves the yard, and we are all tied up.
That's a game changer right there. A big-time swing, and we're all tied up. I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Sandy Alcantara won't go any further, and a pretty decent effort out of him. Tie ball game, new arm out of the pen when we get back. Michael Peterson gets the ball now. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Andy Pajes will hit next. And a foul ball.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning. You know, these Dodgers looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They only have one hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
That one fouled off, 2-2. And there's a ball. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the bottom of the 7th. Set down on strikes. He's got to be frustrated with that call. And he'll challenge that called strike. Barely a hair out of his zone, but it was a ball. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
They're cooking with gas, Boo. 2 runners in scoring position with no outs and a great chance to keep doing damage with swings like the one we just saw for the automatic double. Looking to keep it going. Pass me that popcorn.
Go-ahead run is at third. Alex Freeland now at the plate. Ball one there. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. Still 2 challenges left for them. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
A bunt, and it's popped up.
Up next for the Dodgers, designated hitter, Shohei.
Very big at bat coming up as Shohei Ohtani steps into the box. Golden opportunity right here.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
Pajes on third. Kim at second with 1 away. And that's downstairs. And now it's even 1-1.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
That one misses. 3-1 now.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
2 on, 1 out. Fouls away the first offering. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Payoff pitch. High fly ball, right field. He's got it. Runners tagging from second and third. Pajes scores, and they take the lead in the 7th.
Oh, this is a big at bat right here. Nice sac fly to give his team the lead in these late innings.
Clutch situation, and here comes one of the best hitters in these spots, Freddie Freeman. Oh, great stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out. A couple of runs in the inning puts them ahead. 8th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Marlins 2. Back here at Chavez Ravine, we go to the 8th. Otto Lopez getting ready to hit. Just missed. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Tanner Scott, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. 1 for 3. To first, might be 2. 1 at second. And that is a rally killer. 2 gone in the 8th.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Edgardo Henriquez is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. New pitcher now, Alex Vesia.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Next is the designated hitter, Liam Hicks. 0 for 3 in this one. The Dodgers trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. The 0-2.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Two down, nobody on. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Nothing doing for the Marlins. They're down 3-2. Bottom of the 8th. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
In the air on the infield, Sanoha settles under it. And there's one down.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Kyle Tucker.
Hey! Oh!
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Michael Peterson will depart, and as he heads off, he'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. John King taking over on the mound. He's into the game with the bases empty. To the batter now, Teoscar Hernandez. What a stop. Over to first. And that's a nice play to end the inning. Dodgers go down quietly, but they still lead at 3-2. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Tanner Scott. A chance at his first save of the year. Well, one-run game. Here's the catcher, Agustin Ramirez. Close, but called a ball. Ball one. Challenge from behind the dish here. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. And that one is inside ball one. Swing and a foul out of play.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
That one is upstairs. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Nice grab to first, and they get the out. Big play there to get the leadoff man.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game like this, positioned perfectly.
Marlins making a move for a pinch hitter, Leo Jimenez.
And he would be the tying run, Boog, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
Late with the swing there. The 0-1.
That's the ball.
Swing and a ball popped in the air.
Nope, that's foul.
And that is foul.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Here's a 1-2. Hit hard. Should be extra bases. Around first, heading for two. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
Javier Sanoja, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. That one misses. Ball one.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
So the tying run at second. Ripped on a line to center. Brings it in. That's out number 2. So they're down to their final out. And now the first baseman, Connor Norby, trying to deliver as the hero. And that one fouled off. The Fish with the tying run at second here at the top of the ninth. Fastball right back to the mound. Throw to first, ball game. And the Dodgers strand the tying run on base to win.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.